Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Weekly Word from Prayer Boot Camp for All Nations. And today I'm just going to share with us from our Weekly Word newsletter, and it's entitled Two Are Better Than One. And this newsletter, we are just emphasizing the importance of relationships and friendships. And what is so apt and what is so interesting is that God always knew that it was important for us as human beings to be in relationship. He created us as relational beings, and you can see that even in Genesis when it says it is not good for man to be alone, therefore I will make him a helper, a helpmeet. And throughout the Bible we can see various ways in which God has emphasize the importance of relationship. I mean, even when Jesus walked on the earth, you can see that he picked 12 people to be his disciples, to walk with him, and to be with him and for them to have relationships. And the Bible also says two are better than one. And I just want to even read that scripture to us because it's quite important for us to understand why God has said it's good for us to have relationships. And in the Bible it says two are better than one because they have a good, more satisfying reward for the labor. For if they fail, one will lift up his companion, but woe to him who is alone when he falls, for he has no one to help him up. And you can see that, like, God knows that, we all need help. We all need, we need friendships, we need relationships. We can't be, there's no one person that has all the knowledge, all the wisdom. God has created man to be a relational human being, and that's important. And so why are we talking about two are better than one? That's because also, if you think about it, it is so important that we be intentional about our relationships, about our friendships, about the people in our network, the people we surround ourselves with, because the Bible also says that evil communication corrupts good manners. But then, that if two of you agree on something, it shall be done for you by my Father in heaven. It says that one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. You see, this is God's way of informing us that, we are not supposed to walk this life on our own, but God places people on our pathway, people on our way to help us, people who will hold the door for us, who will open doors for us, people who will be there to lift us up when we're down, to encourage us, to remind us sometimes of the promises of God and of God's goodness, to pray with us and be with us when we need help, and for us to do the same. And so what are we saying this week is that let us remember that God is interested in our relationships. He's interested in us being intentional about relationships. Let's remember that we need to be intentional about the people in our network, and let us seek out good friendships, good relationships. Jesus showed us the very definition of a relationship. As you can see, the relationship between, Jesus and Lazarus, and how Jesus loved Lazarus, how Jesus loved his disciples. It is so important that we pick out good people, in our network, people that will encourage us, people that will help us, because it is important to know that two are better than one. We are not made to walk this life, this path on our own. God has created us for relationship. And that's all for today, folks. I hope you have a great week. Here at Prayer Bootcamp, we have various prayer meetings. We would love to have you plug in with us at any one of them. If you're still not receiving our newsletter, then please click the subscribe button if you're listening to this on YouTube, or you can send an email to prayerbootcamp@oasisfoundation.org. Till next time, folks, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.